Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my seed tours and tutorials. It's not a tutorial, what I'm talking about in my seed tours and reviews series. Oh, I got all of a mouth butter then, didn't I? Last week, we had this. It was brilliant. Seed 22 was Mrs. Head Splitter. It was good for a number of reasons, and if you want to know why, the link is in the description below. It was a really great seed, and I really recommend you go and have a look at it. But we've got another one this week. This is seed 23. Let's crack on with it. We're going to generate the world now. This is the seed, but it's in the world name. So remember, you've got to go to the seed and pop it in. Now, I have seen... Yes, I've seen the map that's been generated. The person who did this seed sent me the map. And as a result of sending me the map, I'm quite excited by seeing this. I don't know how it's going to be good technically, but aesthetically, this fella's going to be amazing. So let's crack in there and see what's waiting for us. And this is what I was expecting. Look, we are on an island. This isn't just a tiny little island. This is actually quite a nice survival island. You've got a couple of little islands off the shore. You've got your tree, just the one tree. This is a survival island starter. Now, I've always fancied having a go at survival island. I've said that before in some other things. But this one, for some reason, it just really, really appeals to me. So, right, as always, we're going to build up our tower of stone so as I can see it from a long way off. And I'm going to have to be able to see it from a long way off because it's right in the middle of the sea. So you can see up in the left there, we've spawned in at -119,145. I'm only at my Y108 because I'm atop a large stone pillar. And I'm facing in the northerly direction, which is out that way. It's kind of being pointed out by the line of the island there. I really like this as a survival island. You could totally sort this out, couldn't you? That'd be brilliant. Right. Anyway, let's go north. Let's see how far we have to go before we actually get something. Massive oceans. Now, I do love a good ocean. This is a lot of ocean. And we've already got, what so we got there? So we've got some light emanating out from, it is, look, it is. There it is. The monument is, look, there's the island. There's the monument. There's the island. There's the monument. That's right next to us. And right past that, look, we've got what looks like could be a very, very big coral area. I'm not going to deal. You know what a monument's for? Why do I have to tell you? It's there. It's right on top of you. That's absolutely superb. Is that not, that's not another one there, is it? Oh my goodness, look, there's another one right here. I think. Am I right? Yes, it is. Look, there's two. Look, the island just literally beyond. But there's the first one. There's the second one. There's the first one. There's the second one. There's another monument. And we've come... Oh, look at this. It's getting even better. So we've got a massive old coral reef here. It's a big one. Let me just come across it. It's quite a big one. And what does it edge onto? It only edges onto a shroom biome, doesn't it? Blooming heck. What's that down there? I just want to come up down here and have a look at this. This is a very unusually coloured thing. Oh, it's a wreck. Oh, I need my eyes tested. It's a wreck in the middle of, which is common, isn't it? Let's face it. It's a wreck in the middle of the coral. Massive coral over here, look. It just goes over here and then it goes, oh, I think I'll have a little bit of a break. And then it pops up over here again. And it says, oh, I think I'll have a little bit of a break. And it pops up over here again. And then we've got the Mushroom Island, which is literally hop, skip and a jump from where we come in. But I mean, if I look at my F3 now, I'm at 360 minus 650. I mean, that's next door, isn't it? And we've got a little ravine there in the Mushroom Island, which is good because you can get down there. You don't have to worry about mobs because Mushroom Islands don't do mobs. You can get hold of your nice shroom cows here. You can have your soup. You can do whatever you want. Look, it's the old, goodness me, the coral just goes on for days as well. It's massive. I've forgotten which way I'm going now. Which way's north? That way's north. No, that way's east. That way's north. Let's carry on north and see what else we can find. This is already really, really good. So not much further north. Look, you just come over the coral reef there. There's the Shroom Island there. We get the start of our mainland. There's even more coral. How much coral does a man need, for goodness sake? And we've got standard kind of woodland biome there to the left. Forest, we've got birch, we've got oak. This side we've got a savanna building up. So you've got your acacia there and all the savanna benefits. And right in front of us is what looks like a bit of a plains biome with more of both the savanna and also the standard woods, more savanna than standard woods, and a village. This village looks reasonably sized. You've got a shipwreck right on the edge of it, so you can come and have a loot at the shipwreck. I don't think we've got... No, we've not got a... I was just looking to see if there was a blacksmith. There's no blacksmith, so you can't loot the blacksmiths where all the best loot is. But there's a number of different bits, and you can obviously kidnap the villagers to take them back to spawn if you wanted to do spawn islanding. Now, strictly speaking, spawn islanding, you're not meant to come off the island, but it's not strict spawn islanding. You don't die if you come off that island. You just find good stuff. You've got this massive desert here with kind of a semi-ravine. It's a ravine that tried to be a ravine but fluffed it there. Loads of sand for all your glass requirements. No doubt there's going to be a desert temple lurking around here somewhere. I can't see it. No doubt some of you eagle-eyed viewers are going to want to put 478 comments saying, there it is. And we've also got a savannah village here. What's a savannah village like? Is it any good? This is what everybody wants to know. Have we got a blacksmith? No, we don't have a blacksmith. But savannah villages are cool, aren't they? I mean, if you really want to, you could just take it apart and nick all of the wood and everything. That's quite nice. Right. Oh, there's another savannah village over there, though. We've got 3 villages. Is that 3? Yeah, that's 3 villages. And pretty close by, which is quite nice. Is this one got a blacksmith in it? I don't know why I'm so obsessed with blacksmiths. I guess it's because you can loot stuffs. It's got better loot in it in a blacksmith's, but that one's not got one either. But that's okay. I'm all good with that. Have we got anything even further afield? So we've got the mountains coming into play here as well, which is good. Ah, there's a proper ravine in the desert. Look. Proper one, not the Mickey Mouse one that we saw before. So we've got, oh, I see something coming. We've got the mountains there for some great mining. Obviously, mining is incredibly important. We're playing Minecraft. But we've also found this. We have a mesa. It's a mesa. Brilliant. We've got a Badlands biome as well. Come mine in here and get loads of gold. You've got all of your terracotta. And, well, Frank, I just like them. Birch forest right there. This is a big old mesa too. Look at this. Goodness me. It carries on for days. We've got loads going on here. I've only gone north. It's like I've done a whole episode. I've only gone north. All I've got. I like this too. Look, we've got interesting rock formations coming out that mountain. It's like someone's bored it out for you. And another village. Another village as well. What's this village like? It's a desert village on the side of the mesa. Now that's quite interesting, isn't it? Because mesas don't have villages, but deserts do, you often get just a tiny little desert biome edging around the edge of a mesa. This is the teeniest, tiniest desert biome you've ever seen. Look at the width of it. It's about 15 blocks wide, but it was enough to bring in what is actually a significantly sized desert village with a tower. And oh my goodness, look, I told you, you've got your pyramid literally right next to your village. I've not seen that before. That's quite cool. So you could come up here, you could do your raids, pick them off, then you could raid that temple. Everything you need. I'm liking this. Swamp. Do I need to? Right, okay. Now, I've had a few people accuse me of being obsessed with swamps. Witch hut! Witch hut! This is just going on and on. It's a witch hut as well. You've got a swamp here. Build up your iron golem podium on that little bit there, next to the witch hut. Get yourself some slimes. Get yourself some witch goods. This is already brilliant. I've only gone north. We're heading out east. Look, there's the pillar there. We're heading out east across the ocean. Now, this is quite a wide ocean. We've got an ocean ruin just down there, so you can go and have a little bit of a pillage of that. But this is, we're joining a standard cold ocean with a warm ocean biome there. So you've got kind of 2 different biomes, even though you only know it as a result of the colour change. But you've got far more kelp on this side as a result, and more coral. Like we didn't have enough coral already. Mountain biome coming in here, so you can go and get some really rough and ready fast mining, getting lots of plenty stuffs there. And we've got, okay, our first spruce trees. Brilliant. So this spruce tree, it's not a spruce biome, but you've got some spruce trees there, so you could get the spruce saplings to be able to plant them up. Coming up and over a significantly mixed forest. We've got birch and oak, loads and loads of stuff. What's coming on here? So this is more mountainous regions, I think, by the look of it. Relatively flat-fronted mountain region here, so you could come and do a little bit of a mountain build if you chose to do so. Very easy. And we've got the tiger biome to the left. So we've got the tiger biome. We can come and get some dogs, some foxes, and a tiger village. Hello, tiger village. I like the tiger village is the best. I may have mentioned that once or twice before, but it's mainly because their uniforms. Their uniforms are so cool. But we've not got, what is it with not having blacksmiths? Is there like an allergy to blacksmiths or something around here? We do, however, have I think, did I see a ravine? There's a bit of a Mickey Mouse ravine, to be honest with you, and it's not really a proper ravine. It's just a bit of an hole in the ground. But it's quite nice. and obviously you can come and steal all the different bits and pieces from this village should you wish to. So I've gone just a few hundred blocks and we've got a little archipelago of islands going into a big desert shipwreck down there, which is brilliant. What have we got in the desert apart from an absolute boat ton worth of sand? Well, it looks to me like it is a boat ton worth of sand. We've got a really nice plains biome appearing there in the middle. I like that. In fact, that is beautiful. It looks nice and flat. It looks like you wouldn't have much to do with it. But in reality, this is a really nice place to build. I'm just going to take... Look, I've been distracted. Pillager Tower. Pillager Tower right there. Come and get your Pillager Farm with your Pillager Tower right there. Right, end of distraction. We've got this really nice open plains area. This is fantastic for building. I mean, really, really good for building. I like this very much. You've got some wood in the middle, so you could literally come straight here. What is the F3 on this is 2,500 minus 700. So come and find this here. This has got a really nice building opportunity. I think so far, if I was going to build a world here, I would find my way to this place and I will create my base right here. I think it's definitely a good shout. Now, we are in a plains, so theoretically there should be the potential for buzzy bees, but I can't see any at the moment. Will I see any in editing is another question. Will you lot see stuff that me doesn't? That's terrible English. Will you lot see stuff that I don't? Quite probably, no doubt whatsoever, but I can't see any bees there, even though theoretically you would have thought there could have been some bees. I just want to check. I'm in 15 and I am. Right, so, but we've also got over here another village. This village looks small-ish. We've had a few villages, haven't we? It's been quite good. But in this village, we have still not got a blacksmith's. Is blacksmithing now a dead trade? Does no one want a blacksmith anymore? For goodness sake, people need shoes and things for their horses. Come on, people need weapons. Is there another one over here? I reckon if this one's got a blacksmith, it's totally cornered the market because no one else has. What else we got? Come on, let's have a look. Show me your blacksmith. It's not got one, has it? Actual hasn't got one. Oh, someone needs to open a blacksmith. So they'd make an absolute fortune, wouldn't they? Right, carrying on east is that way. Let's carry on and see what else we can find. Little tiny desert village. Just saying. No blacksmith. Now, this is actually something you don't see very often. Now, a haunted, deserted village in itself is relatively rare. But a haunted, deserted village in the desert, I think I've seen one once, perhaps. Just once. And that is all. This is really, really nice, actually. It's a big old one. It's a big old place. And as a result, it's plenty to nick. Obviously, be careful because you could get your face eaten if you're not very cautious. But there's still no blacksmith, though. Not that I'm obsessed or out. But it's... Oh, no, I take it back. Oh, that's typical, isn't it? Right, so the only blacksmiths that I have found in the entire world so far is it's deserted. But, you know, you get some iron, you get an iron sword, you get some food. There's a saddle there, some iron ingots, a bit of gold. It's got to be worth the trot, right? Where are we? This is -3.5, -1,000. Come and find it right here. Time to go south and have a little sneaky poke around what's going on. Is there another one? So we've got three. Literally, we've got 3 ocean monuments within... what, 150 blocks of the spawn area? 3 ocean monuments? That's insane. Brilliant. I guess when you're surrounded by oceans, you've got an increased chance that there's a little ruin there as well. We've got an increased chance of getting loads of ocean monuments. Well, I wonder what we've got out across this massive, widespread ocean. This is like the Pacific Ocean of all oceans. Oh, I know what we have got. We've got another Badlands. Even closer than the first Badlands. That's like really close. Look, it's just literally there. And we've got a Badlands here, which is superb. So you don't even have to go, what was it, about 1,500 blocks to the other Badlands. You could just have a quick swim. There's a big old wreck there. You could get some treasure doodad in. And you've got Badland Islands all over the place. Just head directly south and you'll trip over them. You won't know what to do with yourself. There's gold aplenty to be had in them there hills. And what we've got here, this Badlands, it's not that big actually, which is quite nice. You won't get too lost in it. And then on the other side of that, we've got a few little islands with some wood. quite attractive little island, and you could almost make yourself a links with bridges going from one island to the other, to the other, to the other, if you wanted to, and wind your way across. That's quite a nice island to build in. I quite like that one. And the islands just keep coming, don't they, on the south? Is this an island, or is this... Right, so this is either a bigger island, or we are now... No, it's still an island, but it's an island with a village on it, which is good. So perhaps you want to come all the way over here and build your villager-based farms, like your iron farm and stuff like that. I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to... You know what I'm thinking about? I'm not going to mention it, but look at that. The ship has... I think what the villagers have done is they've pulled the ship up onto their island because they wanted it as a decoration for the fountain. That's really cool. I've actually not seen that before. That's amazing. In fact, in the comments below, have you ever seen a ship in the middle of a village like that? If you have, say hashtag ship in the village. Brilliant. Oh, and we've got over here, okay, we've now got a little bit of ice, which is interesting given that the Badlands is just over there. The Badlands turns into ice. At least there is a bit of separation. But we've got some ice. Bring your Silk Touch pick and you will be absolutely golden, if a little chilly, to be able to get some ice, which is always very useful when you're making various farmages and structures. We've gone further south and we've flown over another Badlands. How many mesas do you need? Seriously. I mean, it's just, we've got... I hope if you come to this siege, you're going to be building in terracotta forever. Look at the size of it. It is massive. It's also a wooded mesa, which is quite nice because that means that you don't lose out on all of that lovely wood when you're coming over here too. The Badlands turns into a little bit of an island with, would you believe it, more coral? Plenty of coral. In fact, we've got it on both sides. You're not going to know what to do with all the sea pickles that you've got in your inventory when you come and visit these places. It's going to be massive amount of sea picklage. And then we've got another, what looks like a savanna biome next to a desert going out further in this direction. So you're really spoiled for choice on all of these biomes. There's very few biomes we've not yet seen, jungle being the obvious one. Oh look, it's another village. How many villages? We've got loads of villages right quite close by, haven't we, as well? That's brilliant. This one looks like a relatively simple village as well. But, you know, a village is a village and slavery is slavery. We've done north, we've done south, we've done east, and now we are heading out west. We've got, fairly quickly, we've got a desert biome. There's a big old wreck there by the look of it that we can go and do some pillage in. We've got a nice kind of open circle there. You could do something quite attractive with that. We've got a desert temple on the edge of a savanna biome. We've got, again, how much sand do you need? Do you need some sand? I've got some sand. Oh, there's another desert temple. I almost went over it without realising. So it's 2 desert temples. 3 desert temples. 3. Trois. Tres. Dry. How many temples? Loads of temples. 3. Well, more than 3, obviously, but 3 in that little bit. And then we got more acacia. Load of savanna for you there. Carries on. The water kind of ridges around it on the right-hand side. Doesn't quite know whether to be an ocean or a river. And there's another wreck. And we've got another village on the edge of this savanna here. It's actually quite a nice place to build a base on here as well, actually. That would work quite well. I quite like that. Teeny tiny village, this one. Not much there at all, is there? But even so, very useful for resources. And then we go over... Oh, look, more coral. Why am I not surprised to find more coral in the ocean right next to us, again, in all of the directions? Crazy amounts of coral. And that looks like it's going to be quite a sprawling coral reef there. Yep, that keeps on going. There's that coral reef. And then we've got another tiger biome, which is nice because the first tiger biome was a little bit further out. This one's quite close. Oh, look, more coral. Shocker. This is quite nice. You've got plenty of spruce here too to be able to fulfill your spruce related requirements. Just the other side of that coral reef, look, there's the spruce forest that we just flew over. It's another monument. 4 monuments. 4. Count them. 4. I'm not going to do loads of different languages again because I don't want to, but there's 4 monuments. I'm carrying on again. Now, apparently the Badlands, the Mesa, is one of the rarer biomes in the game, but we've got them in all 4 cardinal directions within a couple of thousand blocks. That's absolutely insane. Another big wreck there. So is there anything of genuine primary interest? Oh, look, so this looks like there is a lot of webbage here. Does this mean this is an open spawner? My guess is this is an open spawner. Yeah, there it is. You can see inside there, cave spider spawner right in there, open to the elements. Those poor spiders are going to get all soggy, those big fat airy legs. We've got open mine shaft right there. Yeah, I mean, it's a mesa. and it's huge. It's big old huge Mesa. There's more open mine shaft over there. And this, in fact, this is huge. This is proper huge, this one. Now, I have done a quick slash locate to see where the most interesting things of interest are subject to where we are currently, which is stood atop our stone pillar. And you can see here, the Stronghold is only 1,500 blocks away. 1,000, about 1,000 basically, which is very close indeed in a straight diagonal. Nearest monument, we know there are 4 nearby, but the closest one is only 300 blocks away. That's a real close jobby. And in fact, might even be able to see it on the screen. No, not quite. I'm not facing in the wrong direction. There is Pillager Outpost, which we saw was 2,500 blocks away. There is Jungle Pyramid, so this is really interesting. It's only 3,000 blocks away, which means that there is a jungle within about 3,000 blocks of spawn at least. And it could be one closer, obviously. The Jungle Pyramid isn't where the start of the jungle is necessarily. The Desert Pyramid, we knew, less than 1,000 blocks away for the closest Desert Pyramid. And interestingly, the mansion is less than 5,000 blocks away, almost directly in a cardinal point, minus 5,700, and you'll find your nearest mansion. Everything really quite close. And this is the map that I got sent when I was sent this seed, and it's part of the reason why I decided to come and have an investigation of it, because look, right in the middle there you've got this lovely island that you can play with, and then you've got stuff to the right, stuff to the left, stuff to the north and south. This is a really great place to come. I recommend wholeheartedly you're giving this one a crack. It's time to go subterranean, so if you don't want any spoilers for what's going on subterranean wise, then probably best to look away now. Go make a cup of tea, go and say hello to your gran or something like that, because we're going underground. Now I'm expecting this to perhaps be a little bit different given that it's surrounded by water. We're going underground in 3, will I get it right? 2, I'm hoping I will. 1, yes, I got it right, amazing. Right, so underneath us we've got what appears to be a relatively open area. That's quite interesting. So we've got a number of cave systems, as you'd expect there to be underground. Loads and loads of mobs, because obviously there's not really any land up there on which the mobs can spawn. It's all like water. So we're going to have loads of mobs in these caves. Do be careful. Have we got anything of great and loving interest all around here? I'm looking to see whether or not we've got a mine shaft. I don't know that I can actually see one. This would be a first. We've not got any mine shafts at all. And under here, look, it's all very open. It's quite nice for mining, which, given that if you're playing Survival Island, is probably quite useful. But let's come this way. I can see a mine shaft is here. Yes, it is. It's a big old sprawly mine shaft. Looks like it spreads out quite a long way around. It's a bit of a trot, but it's not too far of a trot, which is quite nice. So, and it's right under the surface of the water here, look. So I'm just going to come down and we're going to float under it rather than over it, because it's probably easier. It's wide though. It's a big fella. We've got our spider spawner there, cave spider spawner. So we've got ability to make ourselves a little cave spider farm, which is good. Quite wide and sprawling. Not loads of ravines under here, which isn't surprising given that we're under the water. I certainly wouldn't have expected to see a lot of ravines. We've got a few little ones like this fella here. Look, I'm just going to fly it up the ravine. We've got a few. It's underwater, but it is a ravine by any other name. Coming out the other side, but we've not got loads of them because, well, frankly, there's not really enough room, is there? It's interdimensional time again, so let's flip this puppy on and let's see where we end up on the other side. Right, so we're on a quite high platform. Look up, always look up, see whether or not you're going to get lava come down on your face. I think we are good. We'll watch that. Oh, no, it's all right. It's not going to be anywhere near our platform. So we're on a tiny little platform edge that goes out into a relatively large platform going outwards in that direction. So it's open. Be aware. You could have some garstage going on as a result of being up here. So do be cautious of that. What have we got? We've got plenty of quartz and glowstone going on. That's not an issue for us. We've got easy travel to going in this direction, which is also very useful. Loads of pigmen if you want to set up yourself a little simple gold farm. And what I'm really interested in seeing is whether or not we have got any kind of fortress close by. I might need to just do a quick locate once I'm back at that portal just to see how far away the fortress is from us. Now the fortress was about 400 blocks away from the portal, which means it's not particularly easy to access, and it is almost exclusively under the kind of under the rock, etc. So it's not going to be that easy to be able to get to places. You've got to literally start from what I believe is the only opening from the outside, unless you dig yourself in, of course. It's the only opening from the outside, and then kind of worm your way around the fortress in this direction. But it's all very closed off. So I just want to see, what can we actually find in this place? Have we got, you know what I'm looking for? Have we got anywhere that we can look for nether wart? I want some nether wart because I would very, very much like to be able to do potions and stuffs like that. And also, what we got up here? And also, we got a blaze spawner. I was going to say we need to look for some spawners too. But is this... Have I found it? Have I found it? Have I found it? No, it's just the outside. Okay, so it's a bit of the outside. There is another spawner there. Out in the open. Not too bad. You could do something with that. I'm going to look for the nether wart. Well, I couldn't find any nether wart on that one, so I headed east a couple of 100 more blocks, and I found this amazing nether fortress. It's almost exclusively over lava. That bit there is utterly begging. I repeat, begging for a wither skeleton farm to be created out of it. That's really great. You can see the coordinates in the nether of where we are. So about 150, 400 approximately. Blaze spawner right there. And in this place here, you know what this is going to do, don't you? You know it. Let's come down here. Let's come down here. You know what you're going to find. You just know it. Here it is. We've got our warty wart as well. So it's got everything you need at this nether fortress, not the first one that you come to. I really like this seed. Is it the best seed for the underground? Actually, no. Is it the best seed for the nether? Well, the fortress is brilliant, but it's quite a trot away. However, it is really good in terms of everything being really, really close by to you. You've got spawners, even if you've not got an amazing underground. You've got all the biomes. How much coral do you need? You've got all the villages. You've got 4, count them, 4 undersea monuments. And you've got this really great little kind of islandy biome here that you could use to start you off. Yes, Mr. Cow, you've also got you as well. I did mean to mention you, but I completely forgot. I apologise. So, thank you very much. Mega Bubfish. Mega Bubfish, this was a great seed. Really, really enjoyed you sharing it with us. Thank you very much indeed. Hugely grateful for that. And I hope that a lot of people come and enjoy this as you are. If you have got an amazing seed that you want to share with me, send it to avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. And it could be for any reason. Maybe it's got a bazillion spawners. Maybe it's got a really great architecture. Maybe it's perfect for farming. Maybe you literally spawn on top of a stronghold. Whatever the reason is, make sure you tell me in the description of your seed, and I'll look forward to finding it out. And if you can send me one of those maps, that would also be really useful, because I find that hugely helpful when I'm trying to work out which seeds I'm going to use. I've got about 100 seeds that people have sent me at the moment, so I obviously can't do them all. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.